theorize. I'm not one of those, but I've heard that be expressed by others before. Okay, do we have some lazy miners? We do have some lazy miners, which means we can start setting up the metal area. Okay, so the metal area I think is where I'm gonna put it on the metal area. The metal industry. We're gonna be putting a mirror image on this side. We're gonna be keeping the two separate. But we'll make it pretty big on. And hopefully this will give us plenty of room for furnaces and some workshops, some quantums, some dwarves, and eventually maybe little lava monsters. Who knows? Maybe I'll probably build another place for the magma tubes. Dark colors, loud music. Is the music loud? I could turn it down. Let me turn it down a little bit. I have it muted in my ears a little bit more. So if that's a little bit better, yeah, I think that gives me a little bit. Oh, no, talking about the metal area? Oh, okay. Well, guys, you just saw how quick I was to respond to change music and how easily I did it. So, in the future, if you think, like, that's too loud, I definitely overcompensated there. But if you think it's too loud, let me know. I'm happy to adjust. You're going to probably troll me one day, and that's fine. Figure out how stairs work, and after a long time I found that I had a poor dwarf over I couldn't get down. Yeah, stairs is the first hurdle. Soap is the last hurdle. Or so they say, you truly know Dwarf Fortress once you can make soap. At least that's what I think the saying is. But there's a YouTube tutorial out there that does a pretty decent job with a visual explanation of stairs. I forget the guy who made it. It's a couple years old. I would suggest looking at that, but it does like a cross-section view of the concept. It kind of explains the physics of how up and down are technically the same block, and there's actually like kind of a 2-block system going on, even though it looks like it's taking a 1-block area. Or at least that's how you have to imagine it. I've heard of Forgotten Beast Soap. That's my ultimate end goal. Forgotten Beast Soap. I want to capture a web-slinging Forgotten Beast and harvest its silk and produce a Forgotten Beast silk brand of clothing. Oh, thank you, Kerr, for sharing the link. Yeah, so this link kind of explains the whole stair system and how channeling in a way works. It really helped me out. There's ways to do it. Made my first bridge gate today, thanks to Sal and other viewers. Yeah, the bridge gate is awesome, isn't it? Oh, thank you for the follow, Procyon. Thank you, appreciate it so much. I'm just so busy talking with you, everyone. Let me get back to this a little bit while we chat. Let's give the miners a little bit of work. And let's get our shop going. Work, right? Okay. You don't get tallow from living creatures. It was like, what is silk used for? You need the tallow. That's the only important thing. Which, honestly, is something that I want to kind of... Getting the marrow out of bones is something I'm curious about. The thought of slow cooking a chicken broth using marrow. Or maybe not chicken, but something with marrow in it. I don't know. I want to make me a split pea soup. I'm interested in the ham hock. Get an Instant Pot. We do have an Instant Pot. I have it. I need to unlock its secrets. I should say Curb has it. I just have access to it. But I must unlock its secrets. Trap a FB and drop rocks on it. I've seen some people trap certain FBs, but depending on the type, there's things that work and other things that don't. But the way I saw it is like he had dodged a mace trap or a spiky chain trap, and he rolled right into a cage, and that was it. Or maybe it wasn't considered a Forgotten Beast and just something crazy. But that's what I'm referencing in my head when I think, Forgotten Beast. No, you know what would help entice them is if I knock down this wall. So do we have any Zelda fans here? Because that will dictate the order of things I do in a little while. The hour bone broth from an IP is worth a normal 8-hour stock. Yeah. So the issue I don't understand with bone broth is, would it be better? So you keep the bone whole, or is there would it be better to saw it in half so it gets to, or would that be a stupid idea? I'm trying to think what's the best way to extract this flavor? I want Flavor Town, and I will go to great lengths to get to it. Yeah, I have a couple local places that might fill that need. Zelda can feck off. Oh, righteous. That's harsh Zelda opinions there. Kitty is awake. Kitty is awake. Kitty's chilling. The designing a fort with each Z level is a recreation of a LOZ dungeon layout. It is. It's like, Legend of Zelda is like one of the first rogue types. Or one of the first NES rogue types, if not the first. Kitty make satisfied blank. Kitty does make satisfied love blanks. No job for the hunters, no job for the gem cutters. Well, let's get a gem cutter job. Let's get them working, shall we? They have nothing. Can't give them jobs. We have, I for some reason thought that was grayed out. So we have some stuff. It looks grayed out to me. Well, get cutting, you peasant. I demand it! Cutting! Cut that gem. It's radically increased the amount of calcium and magnesium that is leached from the bone. Add vinegar to the broth. Oh no! Rom-com left! Well, that's fine. We'll turn it off until he gets back, and then, or I'll make it a final cam. I know everyone's leaving now. It was fun talking to you all. I'm still gonna be here, but I just know that you all are gone now. So now I'm talking to the void. Cat gone, no one's interested. But vinegar? Okay, I'll be interested in trying that out. That would be exactly, so it's the leaching effect. You don't want to cut it. Would dissolve under light pressure. Yeah, we want that. 1 tablespoon per liter. I put cider vinegar in my broth last night. That's why it was so freaking tasty. So, had this tacos made with this chicken that was cooked in like its own bone broth or something like that. It was, the umami was real. But then again, there's a philosophy in this household. If you're sad, put MSG in it. If you're happy, put MSG in it. In fact, just put MSG in it. That's literally a life motto. And we used MSG, and every MSG makes everything better. It does. Use kombu. I really want to. I looked it up after you suggested it. It is definitely one of the umami flavors that I want to incorporate. I'm getting a lot of the other spectrums down and figuring out when to use it. but I am super excited about trying that, especially with some pizza sauce. I think it would go phenomenal in some homemade pizza sauce. Truth. While playing it as well. Hey, thank you for staying with me, Irma. I appreciate it. But play your Dwarf Fortress, lurk, chill, have this cozy stream. Pizza dough for the win. Guys, get Uma Boshi. I bet I can get anything here when we're not in quarantine. Right now, I would suspect Amazon could deliver most things here. I am in one of the meccas of America. I just have to go to the right neighborhood when it's open. Yeah. Oh, your dwarf died. So I do make my own pizza dough as well. Typically how I do the pizza dough is with flour, but flour and these yeast, but recently, like within the last 5 months, I discovered a recipe of using Greek yogurt with flour to make an amazing pizza dough. Oi, got dwarves with space for new nicknames? I do, Arma. I do. So what I have here, and since we have plenty, if anyone else wants it, speak up. You don't need to hold your peace. You can speak up later as well. But we have some hunter, trapper, which I'll probably be getting rid of. Farmer, cook, another child, a miller who's probably turning into something else. Some dwarfs die, the others are eventually done. Also eventually die. True. One way or another, those dwarves die. But we let Ilinjar Jurhat continue his short-lived live legacy. Yeah, so you want to be him? Let's see. Wait a minute. Am I misunderstanding? What? Ilinjar Jurhat. I think I came into the... I'm getting confused. I'm thinking I'm getting things turned around. Am I just blind and not seeing the dwarf that you called out? Or... Eaton. Okay. I don't know. Wow. Oh, thank you, Arma. I appreciate the love. Pretty sure you got ganked by a Hydra. That's a vicious way to die. Might have been a block through the head. There are a few deaths in rapid succession. Yeah, when the deaths start coming, they don't stop coming to the hit. Oh, I am now piecing it together. You're saying Etton's killed. No. Anyways, okay, we're gonna make you the cook. Because I am so confused and we need to just move on. You just became an all-star. That reminds me, so when that song was really popular, I lived really close to a water park. And so that summer, I'd go to the water park all the time. I love that park. And All-Star was one of... It just kept on coming. Surprisingly enough, that's when Half-Life came out that year, too. So I was playing Half-Life at home, I was going to the water park listening to All-Star, and I was getting second-degree burns. It was a fun all-around year. Yeah, it's all good, Arma. But let me throw down your name. There you go. You're gonna be the cook unless you want to be something else. Honestly, you could have two people. You could be like somehow identical clone dwarves from birth, but somehow gain their own personalities through the experiences of real life. Because you're not just what you're born. Oh, cool. Well, I hope you enjoy your Dwarf Fortress while you listen to some music. I'm gonna eat, so I'm gonna go. Going to be back later. Well, have a nice meal, Caleb. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. See you in a little bit. Once you get a bookkeeper, can I be him? First noble, I always try to beeline towards. Yeah, surprisingly you said that. I asked to be a scribe for Veru. Yeah, let me... Well, I don't have anything to be, remind me. But yes, bookkeeper. It will be you, Jiggles. If you have a hardy, strong dwarf, the name Inihar Johad will always be open for such a dwarf. My long-bearded man. That is a pretty badass name, and I think that would make a D&D character proud, honestly. And that's the highest compliment one can say about a name in my mind. Dig that out. Okay, and while they're digging, let's kind of get an idea of what's going on with everyone else. We got some cooks that aren't cooking, so I'm gonna throw open Dwarf Fortress. Let me launch that. We know that it makes eyes bleed, right? Who actually likes looking at Dwarf Fortress while someone is streaming? I think the answer is 0. No one likes it. But, unfortunately, it can't be avoided. Unless it just doesn't work. Okay, let me change the properties. I'm only going to play with this for a second. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to... Oh, there we go. Look at all this ugly numbers. Playing with numbers. Okay. So, I need to really mess around getting this to look better in the long run. It'll be dealing with cropping and expanding, I believe. But, until that day, it will just sit in the middle of the screen. That is my next name when I try out D&D. You never played D&D? Bit of Warhammer Fantasy 2.5e. Always wanted to try it. So my friends keep going about it only being about dungeons. It's not about just dungeons. It's about who DMs it. Veru can contest. There's dungeon crawly heavy. There's heavy role-playing. You need to find the right group that matches your desire. It's not a one-fit kind of experience. The world is as big as your imagination. With the power of imagination, anything is possible. Oh, rom-com's demanding. Love. Come on. Ah, you big old fatty. Oh. So, we got a special appearance in the main cam. Little kitty. Oh, he's such a kid. Yeah. There he goes. And, yeah, I think that satisfied him. That was enough love. Bomb Boy returned. No, he's not satisfied. He disagrees with my, opinion that he's done. He's like, what are you talking about? I didn't say anything about being done. Okay, so we do need someone to take care of animals, and they might as well be the same person that is doing... Well, we don't need trapping, we don't need hunting, honestly. We do not need small... We don't need that if we're not. Don't need gelding at the moment. So farming, we're taking care of, don't care. Wood burning, we're gonna have to start caring about. We need... But we don't have enough people. So, look at this is why we don't have enough people. You have someone trying to get in doing milling, which isn't even something that we do. This is how you get away from doing work. Saying you're busy milling when we don't even have a mill. You've been playing tabletop for almost 30 years and can confirm there are as many types of DMs as there are players. Truth, Pedro. I remember learning the first role-playing experience I had was just some guy who was really good at making shit up, and we rolled D20s. We had one D20, we had a piece of paper, all the whole game and rule and structures were made up on the fly, and that was in high school. And then from there, we played D&D, but it was all at 3.5. That was what I did, but I really would love to try Pathfinders. Now, that's what I'm super interested in. If anyone's played Pathfinders, I personally think that it takes all the best of 3.5 and improves, and then they even improved Pathfinders from what I understand. Yeah, it is relatively easy to learn, Tiggles. The learning curve is more serious than Dwarf Fortress. Hero system? I don't know the hero system. Just tried Starfinder. Yeah, Pathfinder I feel like it leads to a lot of potential role-playing. Oh no, the kitty's stepping on the vinyls. Now that's not a good position to be, kitty. He'll move on. Let me turn on the cat cam. He's back. He's back. So let's get them to be a furnace operator. This is what you get when you try to be a miller. We make you work with the furnace. Oh no, the kitty ran. Did one of you spook him? Own up. Who was it? Which one of you spooked the kitty? Yeah, so I could see Pathfinder being min-maxy, but I guess I've always played with a really RP heavy group. That's like 90% of what we've always done was roleplay, different scenarios, and have a lot of fun and allow a lot of creativity of the players to get into the world. One of the concepts we kind of preach, or at least I preached as a DM and that other people I played with, is that all I'm doing is painting a tapestry. But I am not the only painter, that I would expect the players to come up with what they would expect to be in the scenarios that exist realistically, and not just have to ask me. And they can improvise with that kind of information that they can conclude. And I really think that helps a lot when it comes to role-playing. Yeah, it's number heavy, but then all that unique skill sets, if you're familiar with it, give way to ideas of how to interpret all kinds of scenarios. Never do Forbidden Lands? No, never done Forbidden Lands. Is the fart wrangler? What? I'm missing something. Kitty is back. Ah, the fart. Yes, the kitty fart. It scared him. My farts. The kitty can smell them a mile away. Ran. Fate is a real interesting system. Don't know Fate. Haven't gone. Welcome back. Hey, Dr. Phineas. Welcome. Nice to see ya. Beru farts. It's Beru farts. Ah, it's always a pleasure. So I'm getting caught up talking, and I am making you all just look at this screen. And you're all here chatting with me. This is phenomenal. I'm loving it. Okay, so I really think the Mason should stay the Mason. The miners should stay the miners. We don't need to cook. But what we do... Ooh. They're really good. What we really need is a blacksmith and a metal crafter. Okay. I think we squared some things up. Okay. Let me turn off this dwarf therapist. Phew. All that light gone. You blink a few times. Relax the eyes. Breathe. Yeah, isn't that like the worst way to lose? Is by kitty malice? That's like DKO there. So they're doing their thing. I don't have any craft dwarfs doing anything, but what really needs to happen is we need to make some stone mugs. Well, so I'm gonna really miss, I'll be honest, I'm going to really miss the collection of Zanzibar mugs that I created. I found the fact that you could make mercury or mugs to be hysterical. And that there's no consequences. Or maybe all the mercury mugs that I made are the reason that my dwarfs had a tantrum spiral. Maybe they all went mad. It's not my fault, it was the mercury poisoning. Psh, I didn't tell every one of them to be Cinnabar, whatever. What, you have the records where I told you to make it? Burn them! You can't keep those records. But this will make some people happy. But I don't know. Did I get a craft dwarf squared away? I'll be watching for a while and getting really frustrated if I didn't. So yeah, we have a stonecraft. Very cool. So when I first started streaming this game, I'm not sure. Well, I know that like everyone starts out. No one knows it, but so a few people know that when I first started, I didn't use Dwarf Therapist. I didn't use DF hacks. I learned, like, my first sport was without anything. I learned it with a basic Krug Smash tile set, which I love that tile set, I won't lie. Krug Smash is amazing, and his color schema is phenomenal. But, wow, the amount of time I've saved by switching over and just picking up these things, I've never relived that ever again. It was like watching someone crawl over a glass. I bet it was. I'm happy you stuck with me. We pulled through a little. I'm still crawling over glass, but at least the glass shards are a lot larger, so there's only fewer of them to pull out. So now that we can get the furnaces going, let's start thinking about that. Okay, so we have a wood quantum mechanic thing here. What we're probably going to want to do is connect this with a direct tunnel with like, so they can just run over there and grab the wood right away. And if that's the case, then we're going to make this be any furnace that requires wood. Everything and anything. Wood furnace. Wow, let's do smelter. Smelter. Don't have glass, don't need kiln. Okay. And let's dig a little tunnel to help them get behind. They're probably all gonna die from some like Etten or something like that. Get smashed. No, it does hurt us. It's just like watching an accident in slow motion. Yeah. Not the orphanage. I've been playing for a decade and only since streaming that I was convinced to use Auto Butcher. I don't even know what Auto Butcher is. I just assumed they Auto Butchered. Unless you mean, like, indicate which creatures to get butchered at which time. Educate the man. Yeah, I need education. Lay down the law. I haven't seen the one. Definitely going to make the new fort. Lulls, dungeons, and each speed level. Everything will be crazy but awesome. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. I'll jump in. I'll probably... When you stream, I probably would have to catch a VOD. And how I watch VODs are like skipping 15-minute chunks. Make sure that you put pots everywhere. Yeah, I mean, and chickens. You need to put chickens everywhere too. Or at least some places. And revere them. Okay, let me open this up. Okay, I got it. It's on my list of tabs.